Welcome back to this video tutorial. And today I'm going to discuss one question that is usually asked in the ICSE examination, and that is I call it, class-based question where, they give you some methods, they name a class, and then you have to do something. So without wasting much time, I will show you the question first, and then we will see the solution of that question. How can we actually attempt that question or solve that question? So let's see. Okay, so here we are. This is the question that I was talking about. I've taken this question from 2011 paper. As you know, the paper is divided in two sections, section A and section B. Section A has these short answer type questions, very critical questions, okay? And sometimes they ask very good questions as well. And section B has 6 programs, out of which you have to attempt any 4. Okay, so this is the first one, and usually it remains the first one. And if you look at this question, there are some methods, okay, and you have to actually write those methods, call those methods, and then do something on those methods. Okay, so I was asked this question, and I think I should answer that question. And the question was, why do we write programs in methods? Why can't we write the entire program in, the main method? Well, to answer to that question is this question. So what happens over here is, you cannot type this entire program in main. You have to make a method input. You have to make a method compute. You have to make a method display. So you can't do that. Okay. So therefore, we teach in a different way. We start, from class 9 using methods. And that basically helps you a lot when you move ahead. In class 11s and 12s, anyway, you cannot write the entire program in method. And another thing that most of us, we do not know, council expects you to make object, and the marks are given for making objects. Okay, so that's why we do what we do. Okay, so this is the question, and we are going to solve this question. Okay, so I'm going to set my screen properly, and this is the IDE, right? And it's set nicely now. Okay, yeah, it is set nicely now. This is where I'm going to type my program. This is the NetBeans IDE, and I'll follow this question, see how simple and easy it becomes. So define a class called Mobike. So what is my class name? My class name is Mobike. Why capital letter? Well, that is a convention in Java, that class names, they begin with a capital letter. Like a string is not a data type, it's a class. S is capital. Okay, so that's how it happens. And now they have these variables. See, I'll follow the question. First variable is int bno, and as far as it is possible, use the same variables. Okay, phno. Okay, string. Don't change these things, because it is given over there. So let's not change them. Days. Then comes int charg, charge. Okay, so this is done, right? All variables declared. Now they say there is a method called input. Okay, this is my method. Anything that has these brackets, is actually a method. Keep in mind that. Okay, so what do I have to input? They say input and store detail of the customer. Okay, so the details. So the first thing is going to be, I'll have a kind of a prompt. It's a very good practice to have it, which is going to be displayed on the screen when we input the thing. So the first thing is bike number, I think BNO, yes. Bike number, right? And then BNO is equal to, I have made a mistake. And what is the mistake? There is no scanner class. Keep in mind, when we input, we have to import java.util.scanner, or I normally use this wildcard character, so it actually imports all the classes of the utility package. That makes life little easy. You can write java.util.scanner, no problem in that. Scanner sc is equal to new scanner system.n. Okay, so if you look at it, this is a scanner which is going to be imported from this package. We are importing it so that it facilitates input in a program. Okay, so it becomes all dynamic. Right? So java.util.star scanner, right? Okay, that's done. And this is a user defined name. Okay, you can give it whatever name you like. That's user defined, but I am using SC. What's going on? Okay, and now I have put some more items. Keep in mind, first thing we have to check what we actually have to input. Very, very important. Okay, so BNO, and then the phone number also is the customer phone, PHONE or PH. Okay, PH. Keep in mind this variable should be name. All variables should be, like whatever we have declared, the same name should be there. So this is basically phone number here. Okay, and this is going to be name now, and it will show you a red line. Why? Because it has to be next line. When we input a string, it is next line. And here I'll write name. Okay, and the last thing is we have to input days. Don't input charge, because charge we are going to calculate. Charge we don't have to do that. Number of days. So number of days, and here we'll say days. Okay, so input done. You can see that my input is completed. So input method done. And then comes computer. They've written it is compute actually. Void compute. Now, okay, now it says that the first 5 days we have to charge 500 rupees per day. The next 5 days 400 per day, and the rest of the days they say 200 per day. Okay, now how are we going to do it? How are we going to convert this into a Java program? Well, if you could see, if I read it like this, if number of days are less than 5, then 500 per day. If number of days, I can't say next 5, so I'll have to say between 6 and 10. Okay, then this, else 200, right? So there is an if statement there. So I'll use an if statement, and I'll say here if days, days variable same again, less than or equal to 5, then my charge would be is equal to, we don't have to print. Normally what do the students do? They just say system dot. Okay, we don't have to do that. We have to calculate it, and in display method we have to print everything. Okay, else if what days greater than or equal to 6, and so we are going to use logical operator, days less than or equal to 10, days. Okay, then little trick here. What is the trick? For first 500 this is the charge. Okay, for first 500 this is the charge, so I'll write it here. But the next, okay, next 5 days, it says the charge is at 400 rupees per day. So I'll say days minus 5 into 400. Okay, days minus 5 into 400. So this is the next thing that we have done. Why? Because first 5 days, so if I enter, let's say 8 days. So first 5 days it will be at this rate. Okay. Now days minus 5. So remaining days are 3 now. Okay. 8 minus 5 is 3. 3, those 3 days will be calculated at 400 rupees. Okay. Else, and make sure you put these brackets. Okay. After if and else, make it a habit. Even if it is a single statement, doesn't matter, right? You will be saved from lot of problems. Okay. So we'll change this formula a little. So the charge is going to be 400, right? And then it is going to be days minus 10 into what? Into 200. Okay. So see here, first 500, like first 5 days, 100 into 5. But the remaining days between 6 and 10, the remaining days we calculate here. Supposedly the remaining days are 3. That will be calculated at 200. And one more condition is added here. Okay. And that condition is that if the days are more than 10, supposedly I enter 12. So what happens is first 5 days at 500 rupees, the next 5 days at 400 rupees, and days minus 10, 12 minus 10, 2 days. The remaining 2 days will be calculated at 200 rupees per day. So calculations done, compute done. What is the next thing they want? Okay, you see this question, they say display. Next method is void display. So void display, display. Okay, so I go there, and how do I have to display? You see that we are going to display. Okay, it has to be displayed in a line. So system.out.println, and I'm going to do what? The first thing is bike number. Okay, and I'm using tab. Okay, this is escape sequence character. I'm using double tab. Okay, I'm using a double tab, so it will give me 8 spaces almost. Okay, and soon you will see this in action and you will know what I'm doing. Okay, one more, I think 5 times, right? Bike number, and after bike number we have phone number, phone. Okay, after phone number we have name. After name we have number of days. And after number of days we have charge. Yeah, there will be charge there. Okay, so that's done. Right? So I've done that. This S has to be capital. Copy it. Because this is going to display the heading, but I need values underneath. Okay, they're showing those lines there, but we have to put the values there. So to put the values, we have to write the variables here where we are calculating everything. So BNO, bike number. Okay, then phone number is PHNO. Same variable names, okay, that we have declared on the top there. Okay, here will come name, and Java is case sensitive, so you have to be very careful, capital and small letters. Days, this is my variable. Okay, and here I'm going to put charge. These are the variables that I had. So it's done. Okay, right. Now comes all important public static void main and string args, right? And then comes a bracket after that. I have to make an object now, Mobike is my class name. M-O-B-I-K-E. OBJ is equal to new M-O-B-I-K. Oh. Right? This line is all important. As I told you, council gives marks for making object. This is the class name. This is the object name. You can give it any name you like. I can write anything, like I can write even Virat. No problems. Doesn't look nice, but anyway, I can do anything. ABJ. And this is the constructor. Okay, this is new, which makes memory available dynamically for this object, right? And let's call the methods object dot. What is the first one? Is input. Okay, the second one is dot, and it will show me compute. The third one dot display. All methods call, everything done. Okay, yes, that's how the program was supposed to be written. Now I'm going to just expand it so that you can see this in full view. That question is not needed anymore. So these are the variables, and these are known as instance variable. Okay, this is where why then they become, you know, like global to the entire class. Okay, this is the scanner, right? These are variables where we have to input the data. We are inputting it, and this is where we are calculating it on the conditions that were told to us, and that's how we are going to display it. Okay, and this is the main method. Let's run and see. In the beginning it will take some time and there will be some errors and things, so we're going to work on those. I have left some of those just to tell you what is happening there so that you understand, because mostly we learn by making mistakes. So if my bike number is this and my phone number is a little funny, and see that it is skipped, that reason. These are numeric values and this is a string value. See, the convention is with the scanner class, if you have 4 values to input, take 4 scanners. If you have 5 values to input, 5 scanners. Although we don't do it, but that's what they say. So I will change for name value, right? I'll make it SC1. So this problem is solved, and I'm going to run it now. Keep in mind, in theory, nobody minds it whether you put 1 scanner or 2 scanner or 3 scanner, but this was just to demonstrate you in case if you have any error. You see now, okay, number of days, let's say I say 4, right? It calculates correctly. Number of days 0. This is charge actually. This is the bike number, this is the phone number. It will come like this. Reason is, you know, the tab is here, okay, but the size of this 1 2 3 is, you know, like not the same. So we'll try and put little more so that it expands. And number of days are 4. Then charge is 0. Why 0? Can someone tell me why the charge is coming 0? Well, you see, when you multiply, what is the default value of integer? 0. Okay, that's the default. So we haven't given any values here. Why? Because they all are taking dynamic values. So that's why I didn't initialize them. They are getting dynamic initialization when we input it. But charge was 0 and anything multiplied by 0 is 0. Okay, so make it 1 and we are good to go, I think. So let's run it again. Here, so bike number, I'll say I'll put a bigger number here. Okay, then phone number also we'll put 7. Name, okay, number of days, let's day 4 again, and now it comes. Okay, right, fine. This is not right. We are making a mistake again, and the reason is, come here. What am I doing here? I made a mistake, even I can do that, right? So this initialization is actually not needed. We have to multiply it by number of days. Okay, so that's how we sort our errors. Okay, 500 into number of days. Here I wrote correctly, here I am making a mistake. Okay, so days here, right? So when errors come, don't worry about errors. That's how you can actually remove your errors, and that's how we learn. I just told you, by making mistakes mostly. Okay, so let's see now, and write as many programs as you can so that you get better at programming. Name. Okay, and number of days 4. Answer is 2000. It's correct now. Okay, so it's correct. Let's try and run and see with some other values. So my bike number is, I'll change it now. The bigger we put, the better it is because of the space issues. And number of days, I'll put 8 now. So what should be the answer? First 5 days, so 2000, correct? Right? And the remaining 3 days, 1200. Yes. Let's see what is the answer. Okay, is this correct? When I enter 8, the answer is not correct. Okay, the answer is not correct. Why the answer is not correct? Okay, see here. So see, that's what happens. First 5 days, it has to be, so what am I doing? I'm making a mistake again here, right? It has to be 5 into 500. Okay, and then subtract and multiply. The same thing should happen here. It doesn't have to be days. Next 5 here. Okay, so lots of errors. Doesn't matter. Okay, we'll solve all those errors. That's how we all learn. Okay, so let's go there. So it's not just, sometimes we make mistakes and we say array and leave the program in between. Most of us, we do that. Okay, so let's not do that. Let's get to the bottom of the problem. Okay, the first now is correct. First 5 days is how much? 5 into 500 is 2500 rupees. The remaining 3 days is 1200, so it becomes 3700 rupees. That's the correct answer. Okay, that's the correct answer. So I will just go once again, and yes, bike number, I'll write some bike number, funny bike number. Wow, what a mobile number. And then I'll write something else here. Virat, Kohli, poor chap is not scoring runs nowadays. Number of days 12 I'll take. So the first 5 days will be 2,500. The next 5 days 400, that's 2000. Okay, so that becomes how much? That becomes 4,500. And the remaining 2 days at 200, that's 400. So 4,500 rupees plus 4,500 plus 400 is 4,900 rupees. So my program is perfect now. So this was this question. This is the complete question. If you see here, I'm just showing you again. I'm slowing it down so that you can slow down the video and check what is happening here. Okay, this is the complete thing. These are escape sequence characters tab. They put spaces. It looks better that way. Okay, right? So this was this question asked every year for 15 marks. This is going to help you, I'm sure. So see you in the next video then.